Trump's not going to bow out gracefully if DeSantis has the votes come primary time. Are you fucking kidding me? No, he'll have the Q party, and then fucking it'll split the Republican vote, and the Democrats will walk. The Democrats will have the greatest majority that they've ever had ever, and then they still won't do anything, and then that will set up whoever the real fucking next Trump is. Fucking, it'll be like The Rock or like fucking, some other celebrity, some other better celebrity. Matthew McConaughey.
How old is he?
He's 93 years old. He's 94 years old.
That's like 1 year older than Biden. I sent you a video earlier. We have to talk about it.
All right. Yes.
So Trump rally recently. Describe what you saw, just without even giving any kind of in-depth thought. Just tell me what you saw.
All right. It looked like a really like poorly done like political ad that somehow managed to have like to attempt the aesthetics of fascism without any of the nice straight lines, any of like the good framing, any of the stuff that is appealing about fascism is gone. And
but what were the things that stuck out to you, like outside Trump rally?
The music. If that music was happening in the like while he was talking, like it wasn't piped in afterwards, it wasn't like an ad. Right?
No, it was blaring out the speakers behind him while he was talking.
That's fucking wild. All right, that's wild. That's fucking crazy. Like,
can we talk about all right? So, what was the thing that you visually saw while that was happening?
The fucking one finger Heil Hitler, like.
Yeah. So some backstory, and this is all gonna like really click here in a second. That song that was played, the music behind him, is apparently almost the same, but not quite, as a song that's been circulating the internet. It's WWG1WG, whatever.
Yeah. So it's
where we go, one we go all, or whatever. The QAnon. Yes. It's all QAnon. So and those people who were holding up the Trump supporters holding up their one finger up in the air, that's like a symbol of the where we go, one we go all, or whatever.
That's so dumb.
So he's playing QAnon music, basically, or QAnon-esque music, and the diehard Q people are in the crowd responding to it like, this is God talking. Like, yeah, they looked mesmerized, like you see evangelicals in a church on Sunday. And so
there's no difference.
So anyways, Trump is fully embracing Q. If you haven't heard on the Truth Social lately, he's been posting pictures of him wearing like Q pins and like shit like that, and like saying stuff about the storm and all this shit. So
all right,
like that shit is getting real quick. All
right. So I'm like, I understand why people would either A, be concerned about this, or B, and much more likely want to be concerned about this, because it's like, yeah, Q is like a fashy, stupid, cloak and dagger, stupid fucking thing that caught all these suburban fucking idiots, by the dicks and led them around. And so if Trump is like, and Trump, like, the thing that everyone yelled at Trump about, like from Q, was like that he like didn't condemn it, right? because he didn't know what it was, right? When Trump was president,
Or he
he's like, what is
pretended
it?
that he didn't. I don't really
No,
know.
he didn't, because he was like, I just heard they like me and I don't, that's it. And it's like, yes, that's as much as he ever looked into it. Guaranteed. He has no idea what it is. He doesn't like, and so since then, because he has a challenger or kind of whatever, I don't know, whatever, what the fuck DeSantis is, which that we need to talk about. But like what it's like, whatever he doesn't have the fucking he either doesn't have the power that he either doesn't have the power that he used to have, or he thinks he doesn't have the power that he used to have. And either way, him embracing Q is him fucking circling the drain. Now,
well, yes, could be.
could I be wrong?
Yeah,
I think I'm no.
There's going to be plenty of time. 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 That's like telling you. 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 There's gonna be plenty of time. 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 There's gonna be plenty of time.
Speaking of our boy, Ron fucking DeSantis did a human trafficking and fucking sent. Now, somebody on the internet said this, and I don't know if it's true, but apparently the migrants that he sent to Martha's Vineyard to like fucking, own the libs, he committed like 6 crimes. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if he violated any human
federal
trafficking
crimes.
violations, but
No,
there
he
was
definitely did.
there was definitely
Like-
some like, you're not supposed to transport illegal immigrants across state lines and things like that. But I mean, he used COVID relief funds to pay for the planes apparently. Unless I might be confusing him with Greg Abbott, who was also busing
Yeah,
people.
no, they all were doing. They're all doing.
Yeah. So, anyways, I might be confusing the two, but anyways, yeah, you have Abbott in Texas and DeSantis in Florida. They're sending immigrants. One of them was using COVID relief funds. Apparently, they both were lying to all of the people, saying, "Get on the bus. If you go, they have jobs and housing ready for you there."
Yeah, no, this just came out today. Someone gave a journalist a copy of the fucking pamphlet that whatever they gave the migrants in Florida, and it was literally like, "Get on the bus. Like, there's jobs awaiting." It's like it was a whole like they made a whole fake.
It's like a Grateful Dead concert poster. It's like, this looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, it was literally
on
like
the
they
bus,
handed them out,
man.
like, here's what you have to do. You go here, you do the whatever, and it's like, and all the people that are like, yeah, well, look, fucking the North is gonna have to find out like what it's like to be a border state or what, all the fucking bullshit ass excuses that like fucking whatever that the neocons are making for fucking.
It was like 50 people.
Can't bullshit. Like,
what the fuck?
50
does 50 people make a difference as far as like the amount of people coming in?
Well, 50 people in Martha's Vineyard is a lot of people.
I guess.
But this is the thing, is that you are like, yeah, you're transporting migrants in buses, planes, whatever the fuck. That's a thing. You're like, if you are in whatever illegal immigrant, asylum seeker, whatever, like you can be put on a bus and taken somewhere else. That's like a thing that's technically allowed. But what's not allowed is that you tell them that they're going somewhere under false pretenses, and then you don't tell the place that they're going that they're coming.
Right.
Like,
right.
that's not allowed.
Yeah. Like,
And
honestly, honestly, what the Democratic governors of these states should do is be like, hey, let's set up a hotline where anytime you're planning on sending these folks, you notify me 48 hours ahead of time.
Yeah,
so
that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
That's already
because that's
that hotline is already set up.
Yeah. And then
he just didn't use
we'll take the immigrants so that they're treated somewhat better than they are going to be in your state for damn sure. You know, just like word it like that. They should start spinning it around like that instead of just like, oh, they're so terrible. They're doing all this bad stuff. Like, no, they should flip it around and be like, we're accepting these people and I'm ready to do it. All I want is a little bit of notice. You know,
the governor of Massachusetts is a Republican. Like, he sent them to the wrong quote unquote liberal state. Like, it's fucking, like, he's so fucking, like, that's the thing. It's like, with DeSantis, it's like, is he as stupid as he seems, or is that the game, right? Like, because Trump is just fucking dumb, I tell you what, and vain, ridiculous.
I didn't think I'd ever find like such a baby man that matches Trump's baby man, but DeSantis is pretty close. He has this like baby man quality where he's like a 4-year-old about to start a temper tantrum at any given second.
He's also he's a fucking, I want to say he's an actual used car salesman, right? Like, it's like he's a fucking,
I think you've just called him that for so long. I don't think he actually is.
I have called him, yes. He just exudes like, I'm like the guy that shakes your hand and then takes your house.
The government is lying to you. The media is lying to you. Your racist aunt on Facebook is definitely lying to you.
She doesn't think she is.
If you are in need of a trustworthy source of facts and truth, subscribe to Special Interest Coup.
Real quick, did you know that DeSantis actually brought the migrants from Texas to Florida and flew them to Martha's Vineyard?
I heard that on the internet, but I didn't know if it was true or not. And either way, what a bitch! What a little bitch! He can't even find people in his own state to fuck with. He's got to fucking borrow some from Texas, the real Florida.
Well, apparently Texas is or there's some sheriff in Texas is now suing the sheriff's office. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, this keeps getting better and better. Dude, I wish those guys, the people that were on that fucking plane, I wish them the best. Like, I hope that it wasn't, it's not like terrible for them and stuff, et cetera, et cetera. I fucking, they all fucking immigrants, illegal, legal, whatever, deserve rights the same as anybody else. Just want to make that clear before I say,
and these are Venezuelans, by the way.
What?
I mean, these Republicans, they're Venezuelans, so Republicans should be like, look, we need to help these people. They're victims of socialism, and they should be fucking rolling out the red carpet and bowing down.
How much fucking more could pile onto this? Jesus Christ! Like,
it's ridiculous.
Okay, so they're Venezuelans from Texas who Ron DeSantis doesn't know the difference because they're all brown and he's just like, it'd be funny as if we sent him to some lib place like Martha's Vineyard, where there is a Republican governor. See the libs treat the rest of the See the libs treat the rest of the She's a lip for Lindsey fucking Graham, a gay man, a closeted gay man who is a bachelor in his 70s. Should the idea that closeted gay man in his 70s could have any thoughts or power or anything having anything to do with abortion is the most wacky, bizarro world bullshit.
Yeah, so he's
Like-
proposing a if you haven't heard, a 15-week abortion ban in the Senate apparently, and well, apparently a lot of Republicans are like, this is a bad idea. We've got an election coming up in like fucking 6 weeks or whatever. Like, are you seriously going to go on this issue that's really, really unpopular?
Yes.
And like, the Democrats are like, hey, fundraising time. We can't really do anything about this at all, but like, at least, you know, whatever.
Well, no,
It's like,
that's the thing, right? It's like, all right. It's again, and I think this will be a theme. This will be a theme for nearly everything we talk about. It's like, is it just that these people are fucking senile? They're regular, mentally handicapped fucking ideologues who have just been pushing the same thing for so long that they're just going to keep pushing, and to the detriment of their party and their fucking power and blah blah blah, because they just can't stop themselves. That's the one hand, right? So the
could be.
senile evil, that's on one hand, right? Or conspiracy, because if you recall, Lindsey Graham, who has no principles, none, right? Not a one, right? He just goes where the wind blows. He just does what people tell him to do. He doesn't rock any boats of any of the people that butter his bread, right?
He's very similar to Ted Cruz. And
yes.
Honestly, if you took a list of 10 quotes from each of those two people, Lindsey Graham and Ted Cruz, and try and just jumbled them all up and said who was who said what, good luck.
Yeah, no, you can't do it.
Yeah, they both have this smug, just completely smug way of talking about everything.
Well, and the smugness that is resting on a bed of nothing, right?
Yeah.
It's a house of cards that's on a castle of sand, right? It's fucking a dandelion could blow it over, right? Like, it's anyway.
So I don't see this. I mean, obviously it's not going anywhere in the Senate.
Whatever. My point is that Lindsey Graham doing this, right? Anyone pushing abortion right now could conceivably be trying to sabotage the Trump Republican side of the Republican, right? Because it's either that or they're fucking crazy.
I think your guess about them being senile is a way better guess than. I mean, Lindsey Graham is not trying to sabotage this. That's just not. Unless he watched, like, you know, Rent for the like 57th time and then decided maybe I all of a sudden relate to some of these people, and you know, like while he's sipping fucking like pink martinis or whatever the fuck, I don't know, some kind of pink drink.
He watched.
He's wearing like running shorts. Okay, have you seen the Herschel Walker challenge to Senator Raphael Warnock?
Yeah, Herschel Walker is crazy. Like he said some of the most baffling, strange things that I've heard a politician say. He has like
Quote.
6 families.
Quote, I'm not that smart.
Nope, no, you're not, Herschel. You got hit in the head a lot.
Wait. Talking to the voters, talking to you, you told me I gotta prepare. So I'm preparing, he said to the reporters. I'm this country boy, you know. I'm not that smart. And he's that preacher. He's a smart man. Wears these nice suits. So he gonna show up there, embarrass me at the debate. October the 14th.
Wait, so he's running on, hey, I'm just as dumb as you are. That's his fucking platform. That's awesome.
Future President Herschel Mountain Dew Walker. Like fucking idiocracy. And I'm just waiting. You know, I'll show up and I'm do my best.
Good for you, buddy. Yeah. Way to go.
He's agreed to do the debate. This is gonna be I can't wait. Let's see. Oh, did you hear about the feud between Drake and Anthony Fantano?
I saw that Drake said something about giving his show a soft 1 or some shit like that. Like,
oh, dude, this is fucking hilarious. So, yeah, Drake slid into Fantano's DMs and started talking shit, and then Fantano made a video that said Drake slid into my DMs, and the video was talking about how he sent him a vegan cookie recipe. And it was just basically kind of like egging him on, like, okay, you're this big time celebrity sending me this fucking bullshit, like
sending a music reviewer who does YouTube videos out of his fucking house.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck is wrong with you?
He's like, so I'm gonna put the ball back in Drake's court here and just make a video about how Drake sent me vegan cookie recipe. And then like the next day, just takes the bait immediately. Drake posts his DMs to Anthony, and it's like, yeah, I rate you a light 1 only because you're a human being or something like that.
Oh Jesus! So he really is just as like soy and fucking weepy as he seemed he always was.
Yeah,
like
he says, like, he also said something about, he's like, I can't believe you managed to like pick up nail a black wife or something like that, because apparently his wife was black. Anyways,
Anthony Fantano's wife is black.
Yeah, I guess. Although I thought he maybe got out of a relationship recently, but I might be thinking of someone else. I don't know. Anyways, I guess he's had a relationship with a black woman either now or in the past or whatever, and maybe he referenced it or something.
I feel
it's just like, really, why are you bringing that shit up? Like, he's like, he doesn't bring his personal shit up, and he's talking about music,
right? And he makes a point pretty often of being like, you know, still respect him as an artist. Like, this album just was kind of a miss. You know, like, he's very like
He's given
very light
he's
with his
given
criticism.
Drake like good reviews on songs and shit in the past, but this recent album apparently he rated it a not good out of 10. Which apparently Drake took extra offense.
That's awesome.
But it's like, dude, if you make a shitty album, like own up to it.
Well, yeah,
Maybe he thinks it's
everyone
awesome, but also like lay off the fucking coke or whatever the fuck, and like maybe realign what you're thinking about this, or I don't know.
And dude, the self-destruction of like Kanye and like Drake.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. I think
the elections in November are
the way the economy goes is really what's going to tell us what happens. So there's a lot of people predicting the economy is going to slip into some sort of recession by the end of the year, which by November is basically by the end of the year. I mean, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in the next several weeks or whatever. And some things are looking up and some things are not looking up. And it's like, who's to say what's really going to happen? But
I mean, it's like the economy has been teetering on the brink of collapse since 2007, right? Like it's been about to collapse,
1999,
and then it's various forms of collapse have happened, right?
Yeah,
and so I think that all capital, whatever, Democrat, Republican, American capital, period, is realizing that if there's going to be another crash, it's going to be like the last one, right? Like it's all the middle class will be gone. Everyone will be homeless, right? It's like it will be a full-fledged fucking like hell world, Mad Max type scenario, right? And so I think that both the Brandons and the fucking, and even it's like the Trump wing of it, the Q people, all those people, they have more of an accelerationist like tint to them until the rubber meets the road about that shit, right? They will crawl right back to their fucking suburbs if the second that it looks like their Ski-Doo dealership is going to go under, right? Like it's all teetering on the brink, right? And I think that that capital in general, the real rulers, the people that set up the two parties to fight against each other for scraps or for nonsense, it's going to be like, okay, look, whoever is going to keep everything still teetering, right? The person who isn't going to knock it over the cliff, that's the one, right? And we are going to push, we'll cheat, we'll do whatever we have to do. It's like we'll kill someone if need be to fucking, to keep that from happening. And I think that the Republicans they're just too stupid. Like it's like if you're gonna do a schism now between the the wild stupid Q people and the old timey stupid George W. Bush Sarah Palin people, which Sarah Palin ain't shit, right? Like Sarah Palin lost in Alaska, right? It's like those it's like I think that ultimately what happened is that fucking overturning Roe fucked the Republicans into a big giant hole, and they have no idea how to get out of it. Like, and I think the Democrats are probably going to clean up, but there's not going to be that much of a difference, right? It's not like the Democrats are going to be like, okay, well now we're going to pack the court and we're going to reinstate Roe and fucking do all the stuff that everybody wants us to do. That's not going to happen. They're just going to keep it from going under, right? They're just going to keep like America Inc. from going bankrupt, and they'll do that for as long as they can until the fucking whatever the Chinese decide that it's time to fucking collect on all of our debts that we owe them, and long live President Xi.